Welcome everyone, and thank you for tuning in to hear my trading and market updates. This is Uncle Frank, and I'm not a financial advisor, nor is any of the content to be construed as financial advice. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. Please remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed the presentation, and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you're alerted when I have new information to share. So now let's get into the latest updates. Hey, welcome back everyone. Let's kick off this episode with some swan watching. Headline: U.S. must raise debt limit by as early as June 1st to avoid default, Treasury says. From the article, the U.S. government could default as early as June 1 unless Congress raises or suspends the debt ceiling, according to the Treasury Department, which implored lawmakers again on Monday to act swiftly to avert a financial crisis. The new estimate followed less than a week after House Republicans delivered on their pledge to try to leverage the looming deadline to secure spending cuts, defying President Biden and officially touching off a political stalemate that could tip the fragile economy into another recession. You know, I never get tired of reminding people that when she was in between jobs, our Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, accepted $810,000 for a couple Zoom calls from Citadel. And here's an interesting story from Zero Hedge early this morning. Apparently, Jeffrey Epstein's private calendar has emerged, and among the prominent names listed are Joe Biden's CIA chief and Goldman Sachs top lawyer William Burns. According to the article, in 2014, current CIA Director William Burns had 3 meetings with Jeffrey Epstein when Burns was Obama's Deputy Secretary of State, and this was after Epstein had been convicted of child sex exploitation, according to the Wall Street Journal. Burns and Epstein first met in Washington prior to Burns visiting Epstein and his Manhattan townhouse, according to a trove of leaked documents that includes Epstein's schedules, which were not contained in Epstein's Black Book of Contacts or flight logs. Story developing. If you guys get a minute, be sure to check out the interview on Yahoo Finance titled "First Republic Collapse, There Will Be More Bank Failures." By now you know First Republic Bank was seized today by federal regulators, and its operations were sold to J.P. Morgan Chase, making it the 4th bank failure this year. J.P. Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon said after the deal was announced that this part of the crisis is over, but not everyone agrees. Dick Beauvais of Odeon Capital Group, he joined Yahoo Finance to discuss the risk he sees for more bank failures. Beauvais says that those who benefited from the Silicon Valley Bank and First Republic's failures will be looking for a new target to bring down. Quote, "The antelopes are being prowled by the lions here, and the lions are going to find another one to attack and bring down," he told Yahoo Finance. Beauvais explains some criteria a lion may be watching for in a new target, including large portfolio of fixed-rate mortgages, a lot of commercial real estate, and a gap between the bank's real values and published values. Those are among the qualities that could put a regional bank on the chopping block. One of my favorite email newsletters comes from the Milk Road, and I wanted to share this great one with you from today. Things to keep an eye on this month. Ladies and gents, it's officially May, and there are 2 big things we're keeping our eyes on this month. Number 1, bank failures. Big banks have been collapsing left and right, and just in case you've lost count at home, over the last 2 months, we've seen Silvergate collapse, Signature collapse, Silicon Valley collapse, First Republic Bank collapse, Credit Suisse collapse, the 2nd largest bank in Switzerland. Banks are falling down like they just finished an F-45 training class with Mark Wahlberg. Now, here's where it gets interesting. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, Cross River Bank is in trouble now too. the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation sent a consent order to Cross River Bank alleging the bank engaged in unsafe and unsound lending practices. The FDIC has requested the crypto-friendly bank self-correct and appropriately address the issues. AKA Cross River Bank got the check yourself before you wreck yourself notice. Why this matters? Cross River is one of the last big crypto banks standing. It works with some of the biggest crypto players like Coinbase, the largest U.S. crypto exchange, and Circle, the issuer of USDC, the second largest stablecoin. So if Cross River goes down, it could be trouble. So I went to do some research on Cross River to see if Milk Road is on the right track, and I think they are. From Bloomberg 3 days ago, Cross River Bank receives FDIC enforcement order over lending. 4 hours ago, from the Bergen Record, Cross River Bank in Fort Lee, New Jersey, accused by FDIC of malpractice. 5 hours ago, from the American Banker, FDIC order against Cross River Bank is a warning on fintech alliances. And from payments.com, 1 day ago, FDIC sends cease and desist order to Cross River over lending practices. Keep an eye on that one, because I think it's next. And some interesting news from Mullen dropped today. Starting on May 1st, UNC Charlotte will begin taking delivery of an additional 8 Mullen EV cargo vans. This is the second vehicle order for UNC Charlotte, with a total of 15 vehicles to be utilized across the university's campus. Vehicle orders are fulfilled through Randy Marion Automotive, a distributor of Mullen's commercial EVs. UNC Charlotte has now purchased a total of 15 Mullen EV cargo vans. Now, guys, I will never tell you to buy, sell, or hold any securities. And when it comes to my risky portfolio, this is certainly one of the riskiest plays in it. However, what does this tell us about the Mullen product, specifically the cargo vans? For them to make a second order means that the first ones that they had were good. So yeah, this is a very risky play, but it is encouraging to see existing customers making a subsequent purchase. And Highcroft Mining kicked off the new month with some good news by announcing the initiation of Phase 2 of its 2022-2023 exploration drill program. Highcroft closed at 0.3979 today, up 5.29% on the release. And will this be the week we get a decision on the XRP SEC case? According to Paul L. at Cryptocurrency, the ongoing legal dispute between blockchain firm Ripple and the SEC continues to drive uncertainty in the crypto community regarding which party will come out on top and the overall impact on the industry. Adding to the drama is the speculation surrounding when presiding judge Annalisa Torres will deliver the summary judgment. Initially, speculation was that the case could be resolved by the end of Q1 2023. However, pro-XRP lawyer John Deaton has suggested that interested parties keep an eye on this week of May 6th as he predicts that a summary judgment will be delivered on that date. That's odd because that's a Saturday. Anyway, this adds to the prediction by Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, who expects the case to be summed up in the first half of 2023. And over at Uphold, XRP is the top trending asset with 86.24% buying. Ripple cannot stay out of the headlines. From Blocknomi, Ripple joins CBDC discussions with over 20 central banks. From the Daily Hodl, Ripple signed central bank digital currency CBDC deal with Montenegro. Is XRP involved? From the Crypto News Flash, Ripple, the central banks of central banks, launches CBDC. Can XRP beat it due to superior tech? And from the Bitcoinist, will Ripple sign Singapore as its next CBDC customer? And now let's get to the news on AMC and the movie business. From Yahoo Finance today, IMAX CEO, streaming experiment failed as box office claws back from pandemic lows. IMAX CEO Richard Gelfond is more bullish than ever on the theatrical experience. The executive told Yahoo Finance Live on Monday he believes the box office will reach pre-pandemic levels probably later this year or next year, adding companies like Apple and Amazon have helped buoy sentiment amid their recently announced theatrical first strategies. Quote, the narrative to go right to streaming has been thrown away. That experiment just didn't work. It failed, Gelfond said. Earlier this year, Bloomberg reported Apple plans to spend $1 billion a year to produce movies that will be released in theaters. Similarly, Amazon formulated plans to invest $1 billion to produce 12 to 15 movies a year exclusively for theaters, Bloomberg reported in November. Amazon closed its $8.5 billion deal to acquire MGM early last year. Quote, Theatrical has lost some movies because of the mid-level movies going to streaming, but they're also gaining movies now from streaming, Gelfond said, referencing theatrical first films like Amazon's Air and Apple TV's Napoleon. I think that fills in the gap. And I bet Rotten Tomatoes hated to print this headline. Weekend box office results, Super Mario joins the billion-dollar club. The Universal hit continues to dominate all challengers, and even with the summer movie season upon us, Mario's numbers will be difficult to beat. And I thought it would be important to mention this headline from Deadline. John Wick Chapter 4 blazes past $400 million at the global box office. Not bad. So what do we have in store for the Hedgies and the box office in May, you might be wondering? Well, Guardians of the Galaxy will be released this Friday, May 5th, and we have Fast X May 19th and The Little Mermaid May 24th. Why is May important? This could be the month that we catch the 2019 numbers, God willing. And our CEO, Adam Aron, took to Twitter today to express his anger regarding a post by Robinhood that AMC had filed for bankruptcy. The original tweet, what the duck? I am getting multiple reports that Robinhood briefly posted today that AMC filed for bankruptcy. How can companies like Robinhood do this? So ludicrous, so wrong, so irresponsible. On Friday, we report Q1 earnings and will announce our sizable cash position. Now, wait a minute, Adam. I thought we were like teetering on bankruptcy if we didn't convert ape. Anyway, another tweet. I am so ducking angry about this. They are either incompetent or evil, and either is absolutely inexcusable. Obviously, there is no truth to their postings. Outrageous behavior. I have already asked our lawyers if we can sue the bastards. Now, wait a minute. Let's go back to August of 2022 when APE was halted 10 times. Did you call the LULD committee or try to sue them? You tweeted about it, but I didn't see any action. Or how about in April of 2022 when you found out about the AMC token, the Apes Movement Community Token? It's a total sham. AMC Entertainment has nothing to do with this blatant violation of our registered trademark and attempted theft of our name and reputation. We are fighting them hard. Don't be fooled. Really? Where's the lawsuit? Where's the inquiry? Where's the investigation? Why were there trillions of AMC tokens found over at Uniswap? I mean, I could go to Coinbase right now and pull up a tokenized AMC security. It's not trading. They don't support it, but it's still there. And who remembers this tweet from Fox Business, no less? Closing the curtain. Popular movie theater chain goes private after selling final stocks. Now, this is just after Adam Aaron blew out of, I don't know, $42 million worth of stock, but this was an obvious lie. And it was the tweet was deleted. I mean, this would have been the easiest case in the world. This is disinformation, and it was deliberate. Any lawsuit? I never heard of one. Now, the good news is AMC closed at $5.65 today, up 2.73%, and the APE finished at $1.57, up 4.67%, bringing the consolidated price of AMC and APE to $7.22, up 3.14% on 28.2 million shares traded. Now, based on that last price of AMC at $5.65, tomorrow be looking for support to the downside at levels $5.45, $5.26, and $5.14 from bar chart. To the upside, expect resistance at points $5.77, $5.89, and $6.08. Now, I'm getting really excited about our earnings call Friday morning, and I'm hoping we get updates on the merchandise website, on the retail popcorn rollout, and of course, on the new branded credit card. But have any of you technical analysts noticed that on the daily chart, I see 7 green candles in a row? Now, at the time of this recording, I've got max pain at 550. The put-call ratio is at 1. I see 42,000 calls in the money expiring May 5th, and at the $6 strike, 20,434 calls in the money. Also, 650,000 shares available to borrow, and that's at a borrow rate of 184.1%. As you know, I will never tell you to buy, sell, or hold any security or cryptocurrency. This is not investment advice, and I'm not an investment advisor. But at the time of this recording, this is what's trending on Twitter. Hey, I want to thank you for watching, and please remember to hit the like button after this slide if you enjoyed the presentation. Subscribe to the channel and set the alert so you're notified when I have new information to share. See you at the bell.